1997, a family reunion. Two basketball prodigies. One shocking discovery. Vince Carter and Tracy McGrady didn't just become teammates. They discovered they were cousins. They knew each other from Florida basketball circles, but had no idea they were family. What if I told you the greatest what if in NBA history isn't about Jordan or LeBron, but about two cousins who were one decision away from ruling an entire decade? This is the story of the duo that should have dominated the 2000s. Before the discovery, they were just two Florida kids chasing the same dream. Vince Carter, Daytona Beach, smooth, athletic, destined for North Carolina. Tracy McGrady, Bartow, Florida, 90 miles south. A skinny kid who went from barely making varsity to completely unstoppable. They ran in the same Florida basketball circles. Different teams, different paths, but they knew of each other. 1997. Tracy declares for the draft straight out of high school. Toronto takes him 9th overall at just 18 years old. Vince, still at UNC, one more year before the league. Two Florida prospects on parallel tracks, both elite, both rising stars, neither knowing they were family. Until that summer. It was the summer of 1997. Tracy McGrady was heading to a family reunion. He's been working out at open gyms at UNC. Tracy just got drafted just weeks ago. And the day of the family reunion, Tracy's family grew, unexpectedly. Vince Carter, he's not at the reunion. He's at UNC, at school, going into his junior year, getting ready for another season. Tracy shows up to the family gathering, and that's when he meets Vince Carter's grandmother. She mentions her grandson, Vincent, plays basketball at UNC. Tracy's mind starts racing. Wait, Vincent? At UNC? And right there, at that reunion, the connection is made. Vince's grandmother calls him and hands the phone over to Tracy. And this was how the conversation went.
It still baffles me. It makes me laugh how we found out we were cousins. You went to the family reunion. You were sitting at the table with her.
Yeah, I was sitting with your grandma. She was talking to my grandmother. They was at the table talking. She's like, yeah, my grandson plays basketball. Right. He's up in North Carolina. I said, who he play for? She said, the Tar Heels. I said, who is he? Boy, when she said Vincent, I said, Vince Carter? Carter? Yeah, that's my grandson. I looked at my grandma. I say, Mom, I say, we cousins? I say, call him right now.
I remember my phone ringing, and it was my grandma. I'm like, hell, she calling me for? Grandma, you good? What's going on? On the other line, I hear,
what up, cuz?
What's up, cuz? What's up, cuz? I'm like, bro, who is this? This Matt, cuz? We family, cuz? Like, what are you talking about, bro? This don't make sense.
You don't even understand how excited I was.
Can you believe it? This is how they found out they were blood. Tracy at a family reunion, Vince at school in Chapel Hill. A grandmother who didn't even know mentions her grandson plays at UNC, then makes a phone call. Not through some big family announcement, not through records or research, through a grandmother's phone call. Two cousins, two rising stars, 90 miles apart in Florida, now connected by a phone call from a family reunion, and they had no idea until that moment. Two kids from Florida who knew of each other just found out their family through their grandmothers at a family reunion, and here's the timeline. 1997 to 98 season. Tracy's rookie year in Toronto, 18 years old, learning the NBA game. Vince's junior year at UNC, dominating college basketball, knowing that in 1 year he could join his cousin in the NBA. Both of them knowing now, we're family. June 1998. Vince gets drafted 5th overall. Traded to Toronto. Destiny. The 1998 to 1999 season was exciting. Cousins, teammates, brothers. Vince wins Rookie of the Year. Tracy evolves into a future star. Toronto makes the playoffs for the first time ever. Then summer 1999. Tracy becomes a free agent. Orlando offers the max. Toronto offers less. And just like that, after one season together, the dream ends. Tracy goes to Orlando. Vince stays in Toronto. Two cousins, two superstars, separated. 1997. The story begins. Tracy McGrady enters the NBA straight out of high school. Drafted 9th overall by Toronto. 18 years old. The talent is obvious, but the league doesn't know yet what he's going to become. 1998 to 1999. 1 year later, Toronto finds its star. Vince Carter arrives and instantly wins Rookie of the Year, electrifying the league and becoming the face of Canadian basketball. For the first time, the Raptors feel real, and Vince feels inevitable. 2000. Vince Carter doesn't just win the slam dunk contest. He redefines it. The 360 windmill. The elbow in the rim dunk. By the end of the night, fans, players, even judges are giving 10s. That same year, Tracy McGrady makes a decision that changes both careers. He wins Most Improved Player, then leaves Toronto for Orlando, choosing to step out of Vince's shadow and become a franchise player on his own terms. Summer 2000. On the world stage, Vince creates one of the most iconic moments in basketball history. At the Sydney Olympics, USA versus France, Carter explodes toward the rim, leaping over 7 feet 2 inches, Frederick Weiss. One dunk, one moment. Basketball history forever changed. 2001. In the playoffs, Vince Carter reaches his peak as a scorer. Against Allen Iverson's 76ers, Vince drops a playoff record 50 points in Game 3 of the Eastern Conference semifinals, one of the greatest postseason performances ever. 2002 to 2004. Vince becomes a certified superstar. Multiple All-Star selections, averaging 25+ points per game, and one of the most recognizable athletes on the planet. Meanwhile in Orlando, Tracy McGrady becomes something different, something terrifying. In 2002 to 2003, T-Mac averages 32.1 points per game, wins the scoring title, and finishes near the top of MVP voting. November 27, 2002, Tracy McGrady versus Kobe Bryant. Magic versus Lakers. T-Mac drops 38 points and 9 assists. Kobe answers with 38 and 10. Orlando wins, and the league officially acknowledges the rivalry. 2003. Then comes the heartbreak. The Magic blow a 3-1 lead to Detroit in the first round. From that moment on, the narrative follows Tracy McGrady everywhere. Greatness, without postseason success. February 27, 2000. Earlier in his career, Vince delivers another unforgettable night. 51 points versus the Phoenix Suns, sealing a 103-102 win, along with 9 rebounds and 3 steals. May 11, 2001. And again, history. Vince's 50-point playoff game stands as a Raptors record to this day. 2004. Tracy McGrady gets his second chance. Orlando trades him to Houston, pairing him with Yao Ming. The league believes a championship window has opened. December 9th, 2004. Then comes immortality. Against the Spurs, Tracy McGrady scores 13 points in 33 seconds. 3 threes, a steal, a 4-point play. In less than a minute, he delivers one of the greatest comebacks in NBA history. 2005. Vince Carter, now in New Jersey, reminds the league he can still explode. On December 23rd, 2005, he drops 51 points against the Miami Heat, tying his career high. 2005 to 2009. For Tracy McGrady, reality sets in. Back injuries, knee problems, missed games. Houston exits the playoffs early. Again and again, the prime slips away. 2010. Vince Carter chooses a different path. He reinvents himself, transitioning from superstar to elite veteran role player, extending his career to 22 seasons, something almost unheard of for a perimeter player. 2013. Tracy McGrady reaches the NBA Finals for the first time, joining the San Antonio Spurs. But heartbreak follows again. Game 7, LeBron James. The Miami Heat win the title. 2017. Tracy McGrady is inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame. His greatness is finally, officially recognized. 2020. Vince Carter retires, the only player in NBA history to play in 4 different decades. 2 stars, 2 paths. One era that still leaves fans asking the same question. Would the Vince and Tracy duo have ruled the 2000s? Here's what we know. Peak years, 2000 to 2004. Vince averaged 24.9 points, 5.5 rebounds, 3.9 assists. Tracy averaged 26.8 points, 7.1 rebounds, 5.2 assists. 51 points per game from 2 elite wing scorers. 2 guys who could take over in crunch time. 2 cousins with real family chemistry. In the Eastern Conference, while Shaq and Kobe battled the Western Conference bloodbath, Vince and Tracy could have carved through the East. The 2001 Sixers with AI, Vince and Tracy outscores them. The 2004 Pistons defense, you can't scheme for 2 elite scorers moving like that. LeBron's early Cavs teams, not ready yet. We're talking multiple championships. We're talking about changing the entire narrative of the 2000s. A dynasty that never was. Because Toronto didn't believe in the vision. Tracy retired in 2013 at age 34. Back injuries ended his prime. 11 seasons. 2 scoring titles. Hall of Fame career. 0 championships. Vince played until 2020 at age 43. 22 seasons, 4 different decades, a living legend. No championship ring. But here's the truth. Maybe the what if is better than the reality. Maybe we remember them more fondly because we never saw them fail together. We never saw the injuries pile up on the same team. We never saw the trade rumors tear them apart. The 2009 Rockets tried it. Aging Tracy, injured Yao. First round exit. Would Prime Vince and Prime Tracy have been different? Absolutely. But the NBA is brutal. Injuries don't care about destiny. And sometimes the best story is the one that never got written. 2 kids from Florida who knew of each other from basketball circles. 2 cousins who discovered each other at a family reunion. 2 teammates for 1 season. 2 superstars separated by a front office decision. Both Hall of Famers, both legends, neither with a championship. The question that haunts NBA fans forever. Would the Vince and Tracy duo have ruled the 2000s? Drop your answer in the comments. If you believe they could have changed history, hit that subscribe button. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. This is From the Trenches. Real stories, real struggle, real basketball.